hair on my face. It's tickling me as I talk. Think I got it? Can't tell. Dreamers, it's me, Jacqueline. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome here. I'm really glad to have you. Consider subscribing if you are into beauty videos and are open to me branching out from that. Occasionally we do vlogs and that sort of thing. I like to keep it interesting around here. Today I thought we would try on almost a full face of new purchases, as it was my birthday recently. I hope you guys enjoy seeing me apply this face of makeup. If you are interested to see how I got this look, you are in exactly the right place. Hit that like button down below, as that does help me out tremendously and I really appreciate when you do. Let's get into the application. Today we are using the Pat McGrath Labs Bronze Ambition 6-pan palette, starting off with the one matte shade, which is called Throwing Shade. First I'm patting, then using windshield wiper motions, followed by small circular motions. Following that up with the shade Illicit on my outer corner, using that same brush, patting, and then using windshield wiper motions to blend into the outer portion of my crease, before moving on to a natural bristle brush and returning to the matte. Reaching for Wet n Wild Single Shadow in Brulee. This is a matte shade that I use to blend out the edges, since this palette does lack a transition shade. I'm then reaching into Bronze Struck and patting it on the centermost part of my lid, before moving into Gold Rush, which is the more yellow gold shade in this palette, and picking up a brush to apply Guilt Trip on my innermost corner. Picked up that blending brush with no additional product just to blend out our edges, before reaching for my new foundation by Catrice. This foundation is said to be a dupe for the Fenty by many people on this platform and others. It's a significant cost savings if it is indeed a dupe. This is far too neutral for me when I am self-tanned. This color is definitely off. Before adding anything else to it, I just wanted to show you exactly that. I'm not trying to hide anything from you. Most channels at this point would just be so thankful for their filter and just be talking about how wonderful this foundation is, and while I don't really have a problem with the formula, I think it's pretty nice and pretty forgiving for being a matte finish. This is really not my shade, so I'm gonna have to look into this some more, but it's really hard to pick this out for Catrice because I haven't been able to find them in person anywhere. L'Oreal Paris Crushed Foil Metallic Highlighter. I got mine in the lightest shade, which is 10 Rose Quartz, at least the lightest shade I could see in the display I found. This reminds me a lot of the ColourPop Super Shock formula, but in the pan it's much chunkier. This is one of those beautiful kind of cream to powder finishes. I really enjoy this shade. I think this color would be ideal on medium complexions, but I'm able to rock it in just a light layer on my cheekbones. I'm going to quickly set my under eyes and most of my face, and then I will be right back. I set my face with a little bit of Milani Prep Set and Glow powder. I just kind of set areas of my face that tend to be a little bit oilier, but I didn't set everything. I also went in and did a little bit of eye work on my lower lash line. I did the same color that we did on the outer corner of the eye and the same color we did in the crease. And then I went in and did a little bit of fun eyeliner. I have my Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Liner Plus Lash Boosting Serum. Is that what it's called? I never say that one out loud. I have that closest to my lash line, and then I have the ColourPop BFF liner in the Hills on top of that for a little pop of color. Now we're gonna go in with some new Milani bronzer, which I did swatch because I had not swatched it up until this point. It's this shade in the middle here. This is our bronzer, this is our blush shade, which we will discuss here in a second, but we're gonna go in with bronzer first. This formula is quite powdery, so I am dusting off the excess a little bit. And I am again using my Wet n Wild limited edition Pro Bronzing brush. I believe this is their P53. We are shooting for a 1,000 subscriber mark so that I can do a giveaway, including one of these brushes. So If you have your heart set on getting one, they are sold out everywhere, but I have set one aside for this giveaway. And the more you guys share these videos, the faster we will grow and get to that giveaway point. For blush, I have a new one from Milani. This is their Petal Primavera Baked Blush. This is one of the new shades. I picked up the deeper one as well. This is Sunset Passion. This one is a little deep for me, so I think I'm gonna include it in that giveaway. Not sure how well it's picking up on camera, but I will say that this highlighter does have some very, very dainty flecks of glitter in it. I would say this is the most sophisticated glitter I've seen done, not only from the drugstore, but just in general, because like I can see these little glitter particles starting to move, but on my monitor, I don't see these big flashes. I might see a little flash in person, but I'm not seeing that on my monitor, which that is usually the big giveaway. We're gonna experiment, because this one I've had for a while, but so far I haven't really enjoyed it, but I wanna give it one last test. Revlon Photo Ready Prep, Set, and Refresh Setting Spray. I love the sprayer on here, so even if I do decide to get rid of it, I'm probably just gonna repurpose the bottle. I mean, that's beautiful. My full-size MAC Fix Plus. I moved that to my eyeshadow drawer because it failed on me last week and pulled a full garden hose moment on me. Since that point, I have not been able to get the nozzle to spray correctly, so I can only really use that product now as an eyeshadow dampener, but I can't really use it as a setting spray, so that's frustrating. But I figured it's a good opportunity to test this out. The reason why I haven't previously enjoyed this is because I have experienced it leaving a very, very matte finish. I generally like to use setting sprays to add a little bit of dew back into the skin, even if it doesn't stay that way. That's how I want it to be, at least initially. We're gonna test that today because we already have a pretty matte finish on this foundation. I didn't use excessive setting powder or anything, but this will help to kind of lock us in, and this will be a good test to see if it is indeed always a matte finish. Doesn't seem as matte as I remember, so that is promising. I'm excited about that. I have everything on besides mascara and lips. We are going to try out this new Revlon So Fierce mascara, which I had never seen before. This has rubber bristles, and it does seem more promising than every other Revlon mascara besides the Volumizing. If you have not seen that video, I will link it for you. I love the Revlon Volumizing mascara. And my eyelashes are curled, by the way. I always use my Shuamura S curler, which is this weird cageless one. Swatch Luminoso on this side of my hand just so you could see the comparison between the new shade and an old favorite. This one is far more shimmery than this one. This one I would describe as more of a satin finish. I'm gonna go in with ColourPop Appy, which is their Cream Luxe lipstick formula. Reaching for a little bit of nude liner to kind of touch up the edges and create a little bit of depth. That's the shade right next to the lipstick. This is our finished face of makeup. I think it overall went pretty well, aside from the foundation mishap. Now that I have bronzer on pretty heavily, you can't quite tell the undertone difference as easily as you could before, but if you're looking closely, you can tell that my facial undertone does not match that of my neck and body. You need to exchange this for another shade. I don't think this is a pink undertone per se, but I do think it's a neutral undertone. And when I use self-tanner, I need to go for something more golden. That's gonna be my goal for exchanging this if I'm able to. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to return it, but I do enjoy this finish. I'm also really glad that I tried out that Revlon setting spray again. I feel like it did liven up the finish of this throughout the face, and it didn't necessarily make it more matte. So that makes me happy. I feel like that is a possibility for me to continue using now. I'm just really excited to be filming for you guys. I took a little bit of a break. I wasn't doing as many videos for a couple of weeks. I just really needed to take some time and deal with some things, and not to say that there aren't more things to be dealt with, but I feel like I'm in a better place to be filming for you guys. While I hope everything has been enjoyable for you, I hope you continue to enjoy my videos more, as I'm just feeling more and more like myself. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. If you enjoyed this video and you think someone you know would enjoy it, please share this with them. That does help me out a lot. You guys got me to 700 subscribers this weekend. It was a very exciting time, and I want to thank you so much for that. I will see you in my next video, but I hope you keep dreaming. Bye.